Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Dhamma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Dhamma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Dhamma sambuddhassa. What is the day today? Chinese New Year Eve. Okay. On the Chinese New Year Eve day, I am going to give a talk. I name the title of the talk, Actors in the Play of Samsara. Understand? Actors in the play of Samsara, or actor in the play of life. Are you all actors or not? Yes, we all are actors. Actors playing in the play of Samsara, or actors in the play of life. Even we are not acting in the movie, but we are playing in our play of life. So I have used in the play of Samsara that I need to tell all of you what is Samsara. Samsara is a broken chain of fivefold khandha combination. What is Samsara? Samsara is a broken chain of fivefold khandha. Khandha is aggregate, fivefold aggregate. The Buddha said, this samsara is undiscoverable beginning. This samsara is undiscoverable without a discoverable beginning. The first point is unknown and knowable. The first point is unknown and unknowable. Do you know the first point? You don't know. Buddha said the samsara is without a discoverable beginning. The first point is unknown and unknowable. Even the first point is unknown and unknowable. The end point is known and knowable. Do you agree? How can we know the end point of the samsara? Yes. So when we attain arahant path and fruition knowledge, we will see nirvana, the deathless. At that time, the end point of the samsara can be known at the time. That's why even we don't know the first point of the samsara, we don't need to feel sorry. Because there is no beginning point. That's why the beginning point is unknowable. 5 years ago, there was a meditator at the upper monastery who had asked me this question. Buddha is the one who knows everything. Why did Buddha say the beginning point, the first point of samsara is unknown and unknowable? Why did Buddha say? He is omniscient Buddha. He is the one who knows everything that he must know, the beginning point of the samsara. Why did he say the first point is unknown and unknowable? If someone asks you this question, how do you do?
He tried.
Actually, this question was explained. What? Yes. This question was answered in the commentary, but you will not see in the Pali text. Yes, Buddha is the one who knows everything. That's why he knows there is no beginning point. See? Because he knows there is no beginning point of the samsara. That's why he told the first point is unknown and unknowable. Round or above, samsara is like a circle. If I draw a circle, can you say me where is the beginning? You cannot say. That's why Buddha is the one who knows everything. The one who knows that there is no beginning point. That's why he can say that the first point is unknown and unknowable. Not because he didn't know, but because he knew that there is no beginning point. That's why he says the first point is unknown and unknowable. But even we don't know, even there is no beginning point, and even we don't know the beginning point of the samsara, we can know the end point of the samsara only when we attain the arahant path knowledge. At that time we will see nibbana, death, and the end point can be known at that time. We have been roaming and wandering through endless cycle of birth and death. Right? We have been roaming and wandering through endless cycle of birth and death, hindered by ignorance and fettered by craving. Why we are roaming? Because of ignorance and craving. Those who are roaming and wandering through endless cycle of birth and death are like actors acting on the stage of the samsara. Do you get what I mean? Those who are roaming and wandering through endless cycle of birth are like actors acting on the stage of samsara. We are acting on the stage of samsara. Along the samsara, we sometimes play the part of Brahma. Right? Along the samsara, sometimes we play the part of Brahma. We play in the role of Brahma. You have been a Brahma before. That's why, along the samsara, sometimes we play the part of Brahma. Sometimes the part of devil. And sometimes the part of human. Sometimes the part of animals. And sometimes the part of hell beings. And sometimes of ghosts. We have been Brahma, we have been Deva, we have been humans, we have been animals, we have been hell beings, and we have been ghosts. In the samsara, along the samsara, there is no part in which we never play. There is no part in which we never play on the stage of samsara. You have been an animal. You have played in the role of the animal. You have played in the role of human. You have played the part of devil, the part of Brahma, sometimes the parts of ghosts, even hell beings. There is no part in which we have never played on the stage of samsara. But even we have played all parts in the samsara. Even we have played all parts in the samsara. Could we play as we wanted? Now you all heard, according to the teaching of Buddha. Samsara is without a discoverable beginning. The first point is unknown. Along the samsara we have been Brahmas, devils, humans, animals, and so on. There is no part in which we have never played. Even we have played all parts in samsara. We could not play as we wanted. We have played obeying the instructions of director. Do you know who is director? Yes. Very clever student. We could not play as we wanted. We played obeying the instructions of director. Director here means karma. Karma is our director. The karma instructs us how to play on the stage of samsara. We could never play as we wanted. Actually, director here we want to say, we should say, not only the karma, but also kilesa. Kilesa also the director. But because of kilesa, karma arises. If there is no kilesa, can karma arise? No. The right cause is karma. A supporting cause is we say kilesa. Kilesa, do you know kilesa? Yes. Kilesa means defilement. We could not play as we wanted. We have played just obeying the instructions of the director called karma. Because the karma arises, an actor in the play of samsara arises. Because the karma arises, an actor acting in the play of samsara arises. Because of the arising of karma, the end point of the samsara is unknown. If there is karma, can we know our end point of samsara? No. If there is karma, there will be existences. There will be an actor. There will be the one who is acting in the play of samsara. If we want to make an end of it, what do we need to do? if you want to make an end of acting on the state of samsara, what do we need to do? Yes, meditate. It is right. We must stop. We have to stop the karma. Because of the arising of karma, an actor acting on the stage of samsara arises. That's why if we want to stop acting on the stage of samsara, we need to stop the karma. To stop karma means what to stop? Director. Director called kilesa or karma. Okay? So if we want to stop karma, we need to stop the director, we need to stop the kilesa. Kilesa is our director. Kilesa condition karma. That's why if we want to stop our karma, we need to stop our kilesa. We need to stop the director who is instructing us how to play in the play of life, in the play of samsara. If there is no director, are there be an actor? No. If there is no director, there will be no actor. Because there is director, that's why there is actor. How to stop the director called karma? Okay. Yes. Having no interest on the kilesa can make an end of karma. So we were trained not to interest on the kilesa. Just having no interest on the kilesa cannot stop the karma. We all know how to stop kilesa. Today I will continue how to stop our kilesa. Now, you and I all are roaming, stay roaming and wandering in our own familiar way. Right? You and I are stay roaming and wandering in our own familiar way. What is old familiar way? And this is also true, but here what I want to say. It is playing the part of human. Because along the samsara, according to the teaching of Buddha, there is no part in which we have never played. We have been human. Now, we are born as humans. We are born as humans again then. Now we are roaming and wandering in our own familiar way. It is playing the part of human. As a human, what can we do? And today, a lot of questions. As a humans, we can do what we can do. As a human, I need to maybe... Yes, this is also right. I have given one talk. What are humans doing? What are humans doing? You all remember. We are doing for thinking and drifting. It means we are doing wholesome and unwholesome only. As a human, what we can do is wholesome karma and unwholesome karma. This wholesome and unwholesome karma arises through bodily, verbal, and mental. All the wholesome and unwholesome arise because of bodily, verbal, and mental action. If we don't do bodily wrong action, verbally wrong action, at the time we are doing bodily right action and verbally right action. It means we are doing wholesome deeds at the time. If we are not doing bodily right action and verbally right action, at the time we are doing unwholesome deeds. Among humans, those who are now here are those who know to do the benefit of oneself and others. It means those who know to do wholesome deeds, those who know to do for the benefit of oneself and others too. That's why you all are here doing, offering dana, observing sila, practicing meditation. These all are wholesome karma. Before Buddha arose in the world, there were also many who had accumulated wholesome karma, wholesome deeds, such as offering dana, observing sila, and practicing meditation. But they don't know the result of doing this wholesome karma properly. Because at that time, Buddha didn't arise in the world. But according to their understanding, according to their inclination, according to their tradition, they also do dana. They also practice sila. They also practice meditation. But they don't know the results of these wholesome deeds properly. Even they don't know the results of the wholesome karma they have accumulated. Whether people know the results of wholesome or not, it will give its result. Even they don't know the time Buddha hasn't arisen in the world, because of this wholesome karma, they get good results, such as being reborn in the good realms. It is being reborn in the human realms, in the devil's realms, in the Brahma realms too. Nowadays is the time the teaching of the Buddha stay or pray. Nowadays is the time the teaching of the Buddha stay or pray. Do you understand? You don't understand. Nowadays, the teaching of the Buddha stay going on, running, alive, stay alive. Okay? Before Buddha arose in the world, we don't know the result of the wholesome deeds properly. But even they don't know, it can give its result. But only the result of being born in the good realms. such as human realms, devil's realms, and Brahman realms. Do they know how to attain Nibbana? They don't know. They don't know the karma they have accumulated. If they want, they can make an aspiration for the attainment of Nibbana. They can make an aspiration to stop karma. They can make an aspiration to stop kilesa. But they don't know that they just do according to their understanding. Because of this, because of their wholesome deeds, they have been roaming and wandering through endless cycle of birth and death, in the same way as you and I. What is the benefit when Buddha arose in the world? The understanding of doing wholesome deeds compared to those who do wholesome deeds, who did wholesome deeds before the rising of the Buddha. Here what I want to say all of you, if we are going to do wholesome deeds such as dana, observing sila, practicing meditation, if your aspiration is to be born as human, to be born as devil, to be born as Brahma, is it different from those who did before Buddha arose in the world? No different, the same. If you do in this way, you cannot make an end of your karma. You cannot stop your karma. Because you make an aspiration to be able to roam and wander through the endless cycle of birth only. You will be an actor acting on the stage of Samsara again. Because of the rising of Buddha, Buddha said, if you make an offering, if you wish to be human again, that offering will give that result because of your aspiration. But when you do that dana, that wholesome karma which is dana offering, at that time if you make an aspiration to make an end of suffering, to know and see Nibbana, the deadness, and to be able to stop the karma, and to be able to stop kilesa, it will be for that result. That's why whenever or whatever wholesome deed we are going to do, dana, sila, bhavana, offering, observing precepts, practicing meditation, we need to change our way of doing wholesome deeds. We need to change means we need to change our aspiration. It is for the attainment of Nibbana. It is to be able to make an end of karma. It is to stop kilesa. With this aspiration, if you do, so it will be for that result. But you worry not to be a rich person because of making an aspiration? You don't need to worry. For example, I want to say you one thing. If you really need that, to those who were born in the day of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, up to Sunday. Did you include in it or not? If you radiate all 7 days, Monday born beings, Tuesday born beings, up to Sunday born beings, all 7 days. If you radiate all of them, are you not included in this being? Included. You don't need to worry. If you make an aspiration to make an end of suffering, whether you want or whether you don't want, whether you expect or whether you don't expect, because of dana, offering, because of sila, observing precepts, because of practicing meditation, along the samsara, if you can't make an end of suffering, you will be rich, you will be handsome, you will be beautiful, you will be very clever, whether you expect or whether you don't expect. Because it will give its result. That's why, if you make an aspiration to be able to reborn as a human, devil, Brahma, it will not be for the attainment of Nibbana. But if you make an aspiration to be able to make an end of suffering, before you can make an end of suffering, because of wholesome deeds such as dana, sila, and bhavana, they will give their results, such as being rich, being beautiful, being handsome, and then to be clever. It is its result only they will give. But what is the difference? One day we can stop the karma. One day we can stop kilesa. One day we can make an end of suffering. One day we will see, we will know Nibbana. This is the benefit of arising of the Buddha in the world. That's why we need to change the way we did, the way we do wholesome deeds in our daily life. As I have told all of you, we all are still roaming and wandering in our old familiar ways. It is playing in the role of human. Now, you and I all are human. Now we are playing the part of human on the stage of human realm. Right? What are you playing? In which part are you playing now? Bhikkhuni. Which part are you playing? None. Which part? Yogi. Great. The best. Those who know how to do for the benefit of oneself and others. I want to compare the part in which we are playing with the part actors really acting in the movie. If we are going to, I don't say now, when we were laymen, we were laywomen. At that time, we used to watch TV. We used to watch movies. At that time, what did we see? Actors acting in the play. Actors acting in the film. There are different types of actors acting in the film. In a film, there will be a leading actor, the main actor in a play. There will be a leading actress, the main actress in a play. There will be many supporting actors, who are supporting that acting, that play. There also sometimes we see who are playing the part of mother, the part of father, the part of sister, the part of brother, the part of teacher, the part of student. Then also sometimes we see someone who is playing the part of Vallin, Vallin, Vallin.
The evil one.
And yes, sir.
Villain.
Villain. We also see those who are playing the part of villain. The main actor who acts in a bad way. Now, why I'm telling this? To be able to reflect. When we were actors acting in the play of Samsara. Today's title is Actor in the Play of Samsara. Along the Samsara, if we don't know our acting, you all can reflect the acting or the action of our bodhisattva. Sometimes our bodhisattva was a leading actor, but he acted very good way. Sometimes our bodhisattva only the supporting actor. Sometimes our bodhisattva was waiting. Right? We all have listened the unwholesome results accumulated by our bodhisattva before we received the definite prophecy from the Dipangara Buddha. But very few, not very much. He has done unwholesome karma. He has accumulated unwholesome karma. At that time, what he had done, or what the part in which he played, it is because of defilement, kilesa. I see nobody wrong. Actually, what is wrong is the kilesa. We act as the leading actor because we can train the mind at the time. We can train, we don't indulge our kilesa. At that time, we become a good actor. The time we can't control our defilement, the time we indulge our defilement, at that time we became willing. I had reason of telling this. Now you all are doing wholesome deeds here. But before coming here, since you were young until now, you should reflect. In the play, we see the actor who acts according to the instructions of the director. He plays his role only. The one who acts the part of leading actor, he plays his role. For leading actress, also she plays her role. She doesn't do any other. She doesn't play in any part. She just plays what was instructed by the director. But for supporting character or supporting actors. We also play the part we need to support these things. But in our life, because of the director, which is karma, which is kilesa, sometimes we are a leading actor. Sometimes we are supporting actor. Sometimes we are villain. Right? That's why we need to reflect ourselves. We are really actors in the play of samsara. If we emphasize on this human life, in this present life, we are actors in the play of human existence, human realm, or actors on the stage of the human realm. What I am telling all of you is to remind all of you. I don't see the wrongdoing of any being only because of the influence of the kilesa. Who is the director? Which is the director? We all are actors who are obeying the instructions of the director kilesa. Is it good to obey the instructions of kilesa? No. See? If we want to be a good actor, if we want to be a leading actor, what we need to do? We need to be careful reading the habits of our own mind. What the director instructing, do we need to know or do we not need to know? We need to know. All the time, the kilesa, it is instructing to do, to act, and to play in this part, to play in that part. We also obey. What happens? We become veiling. And then we hide. We pretend as if we are good person. But at that time, what I want to say, don't think as a mystic. Don't think as a mystic. There is no mystic, only lesson. Now today you all know that there is a director and actor, even in our life. Everybody is acting according to the instructions of the director only. These directors are so stupid, so dangerous, and so wide to instruct and suitable things sometimes. To do this, to do that. That's why only when we see the fault of the director, only when we see the danger of the director, we want to make an end of this kilesa. If you see the gratification of kilesa, you cannot make an end of suffering. You cannot stop your karma. You cannot stop your kilesa. After Buddha enlightened himself, he declared, it appeared in the Samyutta Nikaya. I don't say that there is no gratification of sensuality. There is gratification in the sensuality. That's why people, they are happy with the sensuality. But there is danger and there is fault in the sensuality. I don't say that there is no danger and there is no fault in the sensuality. There is. That's why people want to be free from this danger. That's why, because we want to be free from this danger of the sensuality, we renounce the war. We enter the forest. We ordain nuns. we practice meditation because we see the danger of the sensuality. Sensuality, sensual pleasures are the object for what? Objects of the kilesa. Kilesa like sensuality. Kilesa like very much the sensual pleasure. Why people indulge their mind? Why people indulge their kilesa? Because of the gratification of the sensuality. When they see the desirable object, which kilesa comes up to the surface of the mind? Greed, desire, attachment, craving, thirsty. It arises in your mind because of seeing the desirable sensual object. At that time, the greed, the desire, the craving, which is the director, instructs you to play the part the kilesa like. Right? Are you doing or kilesa is instructing you?
Yes, most of the time.
Because you are close to me, because my eyesight is directly to you. That's why. If someone sits instead of you also, I have to ask you. Ask that person. Okay? Because my eyesight is only to the right side, not to the left side. Okay? You're lucky. That's why when we see an desirable object, what kilesa comes up to the surface of the mind? Hatred, dislike feeling, and satisfied feeling comes up to the surface of the mind. If someone blame you, if someone complain you, if someone accuse you, if someone find fault of you, at that time, hatred starts functioning. At that time, we obey the instructions of it. It means we obey the instructions of the director. We are only the actor. We are those who are obeying the instructions of the director. Don't think that I am doing. Don't think that I am master. Not master. You are slave only. We are slave only. Slave of the defilement. Who is following, obeying the instructions of the director, kilesa. If we see somebody success, what happens? Jealousy comes up to the surface of the mind. Feeling changed, unhappy feeling replaced in our mind. At that time, competition may arise. Damaging, destroying, causing him harm, this all occurs. At that time, people think they are doing what they want to do. Actually, we can't do what we want if we obey the instructions of the kilesa director. At that time, if we really know, we feel shameful of ourselves. Because we are slaves only. We are always obeying the instructions of the kilesa. We are obeying the instructions of the director that we don't want to act, we don't want to be an actor anymore in our life. We want to retire from the work of the actor. Do you want to retire? I want to retire an actor in the play of the Samsara. Okay? Very suffering. very dukkha. I don't want to act anymore. But one thing I want to explain all of you. Now we all are acting something in our daily life. We can't avoid acting somehow or other. We are acting something in our life. In our life, as a human, we cannot live alone. We have to live with others. We have to communicate with others. Sometimes we play in the part of supporting actors only. Sometimes we play in the part of leading actor. Sometimes we play in the part of leading actress. Sometimes we play in the part of teacher. Sometimes we play in the part of student. Sometimes we play in the part of monk. Sometimes we play in the part of disciple. In a film, if all the actors are not harmoniously acting, is it a good film or not? It cannot be a good film. If they are harmoniously acting the part they need to play, only at that time that film, that movie, that play become a good play, a good movie, a good film. In our life, in our daily life also, we need to see the benefit of communicating one another, and we need to understand the gratitude of all the actors we are seeing here. Even sometimes we are acting the part we have to play our best. Sometimes there are many people who act the play of waiting. Sometimes we meet in our life. At that time, we need to think the gratitude of that actor who is playing the part of waiting to us. Why they are gratitude to us? They are providing us. They are giving us a chance to train our mind to be patient. Okay? Are they not gratitude to us? Yes, they are gratitude to us. The way we are trying to make an end of suffering, we need to fulfill the barami. One of the barami is patience. If there is no one who acts the play of waiting, how can we be patient? How can we improve our mind? How can we make the maturity of our mind? There is no chance for us. That's why whoever we meet in our daily life, however they play, if we are clever, and if we know the benefit of it, and if we know how to receive it, and if we know how to when we drink water, we use filtering. Huh? Can you see?
Purification. For a monk or for
However, general thing, normal thing, filter. We need to know how to receive. We need to know how to filter. We need to know how to take from that thing. If we are clever, we can take the benefit even from the good and from the bad too. There are also many those who are supporting in our play. For example, as for me, now I am playing in the part of teacher. All of my students are supporting character, supporting actor. So they all are supporting me to be able to make an end of suffering. Because of all of the supporting actors, I need to be patient very much. Okay? They are training me how to be patient. Okay? They are teaching me how to be patient. Sometimes also they teach me how to be generous. Sometimes they teach me how to purify the mind. Sometimes they suggest me what to do. Sometimes they teach me how to teach them. You all are supporting actors for me. Okay? You all are making me to be able to see Nibbana, to be able to make an end of suffering, to be able to retire an actor in the play of Samsara. The more I know, the more I want to give up. This is full gratitude because of supporting actors. This is also very good supporting for all of us. That's why in our daily life, sometimes we meet, sometimes we experience, sometimes what we don't want to see, what we don't want to hear, what we don't want to experience. Many things we experience in our life. At that time, be peaceful at that time. Are you going to do according to the instructions of your director, Kilesa? Or are you going to train your mind? Here I want to quote the words of the Buddha. Buddha said, don't let your mind lead you. Let the mind be led by you. You get it? Don't let the mind lead you. Let the mind be led by you. This is very important. If you follow, if you obey the instructions of the Kilesa director, you let your mind lead you. If you don't follow, if you don't obey the instructions of your Kilesa, let the mind be led by you. You lead your mind. You are not led by your mind. This is important. How shameful it is obeying the instructions of the Kilesa. How pity we are obeying the instructions of the director. Because of it, we suffer a lot. Those who can train the mind, those who can't train the mind, their happiness is very different, far away. If we don't let the mind lead us, and if we lead the mind, we are doing for the happiness of us, we are doing for the happiness of others too. Mind leads the world. Wholesome mind leads wholesome world. An wholesome mind leads to the unwholesome world. That's why we need to be peaceful. What is instructing? What is demanding? What is its requirement? This is very important in our life. To be able to make the purity of bodily, verbal, and mental actions, and to be able to stop karma, kilesa, what did Buddha teach in his lifetime? He has taught 3 trainings. The training of morality, the training of concentration, the training of insight. This is the way leading to Nibbana. The way leading to Nibbana is the way to make an end of suffering, or to stop kilesa, to stop karma. Before we can make an end of suffering, before we can stop kilesa, before we can stop karma, we need to purify bodily, verbal actions through practicing the first training. As I have told all of you again and again, the first training, the training of morality, is for the purification of bodily and verbal actions. If we all really love observing precepts. For sure, our life, our daily life, will be very happy life, harmless for others, calm, peaceful. There will be no worry for our life. Our groups, our surroundings, our monasteries, our villages, our city, our country, our world will be very peaceful world. No danger, no harm, no cruel. There will be peace, last long for a long time. This is the benefit of practicing the first training, the training of morality. After purifying the bodily and verbal action through practicing of the first training, observing precepts, sila, if we want to make the purity of mind temporarily, we need to practice the second training, the training of concentration, samadhi. Now most of the meditators here, you all are practicing the second training, but even you are studying on, even you are practicing the second training, don't forget the first training in your life, in your daily life. If you really want to be for the benefit of yourself, if you want to lead your life, peaceful life, you need to be heedful to practice the first training, the training of morality in your daily life, and to reflect. How about your precepts? After that, if we continue practicing the second training, the training of concentration, when we can develop concentration at that time, our mind will be pure. If we can enter jhana, concentration, absorption concentration for 1 hour, the mind will be pure for 1 hour. If we can enter absorption for 2 hours, 3 hours, our mind will be pure for 2 hours and 3 hours. At a time, the ability of mind becomes very strong and sharp. At that time, you're ready to see, to know the things as they really are. Only that time, if you continue practicing the third training, to know ultimate mentality, to know the ultimate materiality, to know and see cause and their effect, to know dependent origination, you're ready to practice at that time. If you penetrate this ultimate mentality, materiality as they really are, and cause and their effect, at that time you have the meditation object for vipassana. The object of the vipassana is ultimate mentality, materiality, cause and effect. At that time, if you contemplate seeing the arising and perishing rapidly of the ultimate mentality, materiality, cause and their effect, finally, the insight will mature. When the insight knowledge matures, path knowledge will arise. Without gap, fruition knowledge will follow. Anytime you want to experience the fruition knowledge again, you need to incline experiencing the fruition knowledge anytime you can experience it. The first path and fruition knowledge remove the kilesa, remove the defilement such as self-identity, doubt, right and virtue. These three kilesas has been destroyed, removed by the first path knowledge without remainder. At that time, you're free to act on the stage of the four realm. Right? Because of attaining first path knowledge, you're free from acting the part of animals, acting the part of hell beings, acting the part of ghost beings. Your life is more peaceful. You will be more happy at that time. So, at that time, if you continue practicing vipassana meditation, insight meditation, diligently, without leaving behind every day. Second part, intrusion knowledge, third part, intrusion knowledge, and arhat path intrusion knowledge will arise. When the arhat path intrusion knowledge arises, at that time, you stop your director, you stop your kilesa, you stop your karma. When you stop your karma, there will be no new existences. You are free from acting actors in the play of samsara. May you all be able to make free from acting actors in the play of samsara. May you all be able to make an end of suffering in this very life. I want to share merit. I forgot every time. Today we all join together. I will recite in Pali. Please point repeat after me. Idam me punyam asavakayam vaham hotu. Idam me punyam nibbanatsa pacayo hotu mama punya bhagam sabba sattanam bhajemi te sabbe me samam punya bhagam labantu.
Cooking, he didn't answer, and when the question arrived, the cooking question, he didn't answer. He just kept the silence. So, among that, as I know, one is in the along the samsara, is there any beginning? So, the Buddha, as I know, Buddha just kept the silence. But here, Bhante said, there is no beginning, only there is the end.
So this is the words of the Buddha. The samsara, this samsara is without a discovery or even beginning. This is the words of the Buddha.
So Buddha said like that.
Yes. This is disappear in the samyutta.
Then
many
then there is no beginning.
No beginning.
The end.
There is the end.
Then no rising, only perishing. Because
Whether we should quote the words of the Buddha, there is no first point. Whether don't say rising.
Because there is no rising, then there is no perishing.
This is the rising and perishing. We should use only in the ultimate reality.
Only ultimate.
Because in the concept, there is no rising and perishing reality.
This is not concept because this is conduct.
Here what I mean is, this samsara is without a discovery or beginning. There is no beginning in this. The Buddha didn't say that there is no arising.
I mean that we cannot discover because there is a beginning, but we cannot, our ability cannot discover.
No. Because there is no beginning.
No beginning, so cannot discover.
Samsara is without a discoverable beginning. Because the first point is unknown. Because Buddha, omniscient Buddha, who knows everything, he knows there is no first point of samsara. In this way only. This is his ability to say that a first point is unknown. Because it is like a cycle.
Unknown, then I understand. I can say that not too confused. Unknown, but no beginning means. Then there's no beginning. How can arise anything?
No. You must think carefully. No beginning means because always it is round of the blood because of avijja and tanha. If there is avijja, there will be tanha. If there is tanha, there will be upadana. If there is upadana, there will be sankhara. If there is sankhara, there will be karma. If there is karma, karma paccaya jati. If there is karma, there will be becoming. In this way only. So, avijja, when did it start? It is without a discoverable beginning.
Also, no beginning.
Yes. Undiscoverable. Without a discoverable beginning.
No beginning. Because in the Mahayana tradition, I never no beginning this way. That's what I heard. Buddha keep the silence.
One thing, maybe other question. Eternal.
Eternal.
Because if somebody say that, what is the beginning? Which is the beginning? Buddha will not answer. Because it is without a discovery beginning. This is the answer only. This is complete answer. No need to answer anything. Because he knew that there is no beginning. This is his knowledge.
I cannot imagine no beginning, then but can disappear.
Yes, that's right. No, you have already
I will discover.
For example, if avijja ceases, at that time, the kamaja rupa ceases. If avijja ceases, tanha craving ceases. If craving ceases, clinging ceases. If clinging ceases, volitional formation ceases. If volitional formation ceases, at that time, karma ceases. If karma ceases, no becoming.
Then one day I feel very confused. So there is every 5 khandhas. At that point, rising and perishing. When we disappear, when we get into the nibbana, the perishing, that point can be a beginning. It means nonsense, but
because we have already attained final nibbana, there is no more new existences. There is no 5 khandha anymore. So what is the samsara? Samsara is unbroken chain of 5-fold khandha. When we attain final nibbana, at that time no more 5 khandha. At that time the end of the samsara arises. Better only think how to make an end of samsara. Don't think about the beginning. If you think about the beginning, sometimes you cannot imagine.
Because of meditation, as I remember, the Buddha answered, there's the soul, what is arrow? The hunter, arrow, what is this? And I was shoot by that, so I
you don't allow someone to take up.
You ask, what's the poison?
Who shoot me? Short or long?
So Buddha answered this way. Don't be so this way.
Sometimes there are many things. If we think, it is unimaginable. We cannot sometimes follow. We cannot understand. We cannot reach. That's why in the text also it was mentioned not to think much about the supernormal power of the Buddha, practical power of the Buddha, and his knowledge, omniscient knowledge too. This is what we can understand. So sometimes we also maybe think something, but actually it is clear. If you draw a cycle, at that time you can understand. This is drawn to the book.
Your Dhamma book, I understood that way. If I understand this way, then I feel okay.
Now we are not answering what is the beginning point. We are not giving this answer. Okay? Just we are saying that there is no discoverable beginning, but this knowing is the ability of the Buddha. Buddha knew that samsara has without a discoverable beginning.
No beginning.
No beginning. Okay.
Until the direct cause is kilesa, non-direct cause is the karma.
Direct cause is karma.
Direct cause is karma.
Yes. Because of kilesa, we accumulate unwholesome.
Because once you put this way, right?
I have to listen. Sometimes I'm just listening and hearing a talk.
Could you tell us what is, I forgot, what is 14 questions?
I don't remember all. I forgot many. Not many. I forgot maybe. I don't remember one by one. I have read it. Maybe if you want to know later, I will tell you.
I always speak of you.
Doesn't matter. You are supporter. Okay. If there is no question, we will stop here.